Well, hello everyone. Good night or good evening, I should say. It's a long evening for me today. My name is Jen. Welcome to my channel, Jen's Gems and Vintage Finds. I'm Jen, and husband is Joe, but he's in the other room. But he was with me all weekend, and I wanted to come on here tonight. I know this is usually late for me to do this. I didn't want to do it tomorrow night because it seemed like it was too soon to Tuesday's show to show a preview of what we're going to be doing, but I found some absolutely phenomenal pieces for you guys to see that we'll be having on our show this week. We're going to be doing same time, Tuesday afternoon at 1 p.m. on the 23rd. And on the 23rd, we're going to have an abbreviated show because I have a meeting at my other job at evening. Hello, Adriel. How are you? And so we're going to do a shortened show on Tuesday from about 1 to, I want to say about 3:30. Okay. Central time. Okay. I have to be at a meeting at 5 on Tuesday. But with that being said, I found some really good things this week, and I'm going to show you guys a few of the things. Some of the things I haven't even got on here yet. Okay. So I just wanted to give you an idea. I've got sterling, I've got vintage, I've got costume, I've got brand new Kendra Scott with dust bags and original tags on items. Okay, so I wanted to come on here tonight and just give you. I know that Tanya just finished her show. Wanted to wait till she was done and then come on here. Some of you guys already been going to watch this tomorrow, but I wanted to give you guys an idea of the things that we're going to be doing. Okay. So with that being said, Joe and I, when we went out of town this weekend, we found a really cool place. I can't even tell you guys. I didn't even take video there because there was so much stuff to go through this place. I mean, we were there for like 3-4 hours, and we just finally, at that point, my brain was just like, it was so crazy. It was like but the thing is, she had it organized by color. So for example, if you wanted a blue thing, if you wanted something by red, if you wanted this, I mean, you're literally, and then she had everything like moved around in the store where you kind of had to go like, okay, she had the rhinestone pieces over here, clear to this, to this, to this. I mean, it was almost like you had to figure out what you wanted and then figure out where you were going to go from that, and everything was like from floor to ceiling. So it was like you literally had to go like 3 inches to look at like 5 different things. I mean, it was amazing. So, okay, so let's get going. This is, like I said, and some of the things that you guys hear, this is still full. It's in this bag. I still have to go through all this that isn't even on these trays yet. Okay, so I just wanted to come on here and do this, and let me just start showing, and let's go. Let's just rock and roll. For example, here, let me start with this tray. My desk space isn't big enough to show everything, so I know I'm not that organized, but I try to be. All right, so I just have things in trays. Look at this beautiful. Oh, well, you're at the mall today? Oh, thank you. Oh, that means a lot to me, Adri. That means so much. I mean, Swarovski crystal, brand new, awesome. Sterling silver clasp. I mean, lavender crystal. I mean, OMG. And I have a lot of you guys asking me for longer pieces. And again, it was just like, and then the next thing, this is a little bit more dear to my heart. I mean, I love the crystal. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But you guys know I'm a gemstone kind of a geek nerd. I don't know what you want to call it, but I like it. Look at this. Labradorite. Natural labradorite. AB crystal. Isn't this amazing? I mean, look at that. I mean, it's and then here's the back. It is designer signed. I have the name of the lady. Hold on, her name is, it's signed RLN. So first I thought it was Robert Lee Morris. It's not Robert Lee Morris. It's actually, when I looked it up, it's actually a designer named Rachel L. Neve, Neve. And I guess she's a famous designer and does a lot with gemstones, but really cool. Isn't that cool? I mean, I saw this in the light and I was like, oh my God. It was just and then last week I went to another, like, you guys, if you want to tune in last week, you guys know I went to that Fabulous estate sale, right? And then I said, oh, and somebody asked me, Jenny, can you find more coral? Look at this. This was in this, like I said, I literally had to go hunting, and this lady didn't even know what she had. I mean, it was kind of like, wait, it's probably not gonna look nice on my neck. I twisted it. Hold on. It's all coral. This is J. King, sterling silver. So it's 10 strands. Let me get it around the neck. Good. Well, I should say well. And thank you, Angel. That means a lot to me that you send people to my channel. That means so much to me. You have no idea. Look. J. King, all hand done Sardinian coral. And then here's this trademark clasp. Isn't that cool? I mean, it is. When it gets better, I'm still going. Then we're on the vintage kick, right? Look, wedding cake beads. And I know some people watch this. I know everything isn't everybody's jam, but I like, look at this. I mean, how. And then so I struck up a conversation with the lady who owns this place. Like, she's either, I think she owns it mostly, because she was going through like jewelry, almost like she's like, well, I have more at my house. I said, how can you have more at your house? And this is 10,000 square feet. It was crazy. I was like, this is insane. And then look at this, more wedding cake beads. This is a big long string, 54-inch long. I think this has a little slot clasp. But, you know, I've had, like I said, I've had people ask me, you know, I go from, hold on, we got more sterling coming, but look at that. Look how big the beads are. These are 15 mil, I think these are 17 or 15 to 17 millimeter beads. And you get the milk glass. Oh, okay. And then J. King, look at this. Oh, here. Inlay. J. King, sterling silver. Isn't this amazing? Cuff. Oh. All right, let's just try. I mean, like I said, I still got to go through that big, huge bag. Let me keep showing the rest. Hold on. Hi, Roberta. How are you, hon? I'm just going through. Look at this. I still got to go through this big bag of stuff still. But I'm going through the things that Joe and I found this weekend when we went away. And so this was tray number 1 that I kind of just went through some things. Okay, hold on. You guys can watch the replay. Look at it rest. Now look, let me move down. Look, brand new Kendra Scott in bags. Let me zoom in. Let me just hold them up to the camera. But they have the original dust bags. I got 5 pieces of Kendra Scott. Look. Rose quartz earrings. Brand new. And that's not what I want to sell them for either, right? But and then look, I have a matching necklace to go with it. I know I'm on late, guys. I wanted to do this preview haul for Tuesday, because tomorrow night when I come home, I still got to go through what's in that bag and get it ready for Tuesday afternoon. And we're going to have a shortened show. So that's why I want to get on here tonight after Tanya got done. So, but look, I mean, $80 for this. I mean, I'm not going to charge you $80 for that. But it's brand new Kendra Scott gemstone. Hi, Monica. Hi, Corvus. Yes, I'm doing a big, huge haul. I found a new place out of town. And look, abalone, Kendra Scott, brand new. So I have the earrings. You guys know about abalone. I talk about it all the time. Between abalone and coral, anything that's in the ocean, you want to get it while you can get it. And then here's the matching necklace. So if you wanted the ensemble, I sell them separately. But if you wanted the necklace to go with it, look at that. Kendra Scott. They have these dust bags I want to show you. And then the last piece I got was this more traditional. You guys are probably used to these. It's a druzy. I'm sorry about my nails. I kind of was cleaning and stuff. Look at it. Brand new. And these all have dust bags to them. Now, moving on. So that's over here. That's what's down here. So I let the camera do its thing. It has a moment. There you go. So everything's going to come, like I said, you got the bags that go with them. Okay. Now, that's why I wasn't too much chatting on Tanya's channel. I was so excited to get some stuff to show you guys. Look at all this amber. Amber. Look. I will show these things up close, but this gives you an idea of all the things I can, that I was hunting for. Some of these are designer sign in here, which I will show you in a second. I'll pull them up one by one. I'm going to start with this collar just to give you an idea. This is moon and the sun. Sterling silver. Sorry about the collar, but that's how I got it. Just like that. More earrings. I have a couple pairs. Yes, look at all the amber. Yes. Holy moly, you got it right, Roberto. Look at all glows. Here. I should have done that at the beginning, huh? I should have showed you guys. Here, I'm gonna go back. Look. Hello. You guys know about all that stuff. You guys are smart people. I have a pair of Lori Bond earrings. These are citrine and amber. If Lori Bond isn't a good enough designer for you, I moved up, and we moved up to, look, Charles Albert. Look him up if you're not familiar with him. He does a lot of really cool stuff. Here's his signature on the back. Charles Albert, sterling silver. And sorry about my nails. I had them painted. You guys saw me earlier in the week. You saw me. That's how fast with Corel and everything. Look, now I have pendants down here, but look at this couple pieces. Look. Well, here, let me put it on the neck. What am I saying here? What is this for? Kind of a unique shape. Sterling silver. Then moving on, again, I had her small necklaces. You saw the tray. But look at this. Look at this. Now, the pendant is 18 karat over sterling silver. There is one thing, you guys look at it. It is, if you want to be technical about it, there is probably one little dangle missing. But if you're a crafty person, you can think about this, okay? You either can take something, let's say you have a little pair of earrings at home, just a little jump ring, and you want to just hook it on there, you can. Some people might just say, well, I'll just take this one off and make it symmetrical. Or some people like it the way it is and just wear it. Hey, that's the way it looks pretty cool. Nobody really know what anything was missing. Or like I said, but that's how I got it. This is pink tourmaline, amethyst, freshwater pearl, and look at this amber. Look how big this is my hand. Okay. Glows. It is signed on the back. Here's the back. Ooh. I believe it's EB925. Now, this is it's vermeil, so it has the gold finish or gold plating over it. I don't have an 18 karat gold vermeil chain, but I do have a gold plated chain that I'll put with it if you guys like it. It's going to come with it no matter what. I'm not adding any cost to that, but just so you guys could wear it right away. Look at that. I'm sorry about the ring light. There we go. Look at that. Try not to get the glare of the stone. It is kind of has a bevel to it. Well, there you go. Look. Look at that. Look at that thing. I was like going crazy. I was like, oh my God, look at that. All right. So if that doesn't wet your whistle, then we here, look, you can have a bracelet. Multicolored bracelet. All different color. Oh, let me let you glow it. There you go. See, it all glows. So cool. I told you. And then the piece de resistance. Okay. It's one of those things. I found it. I wasn't, but it's so cool. I'm guessing this is probably from the 20s or 30s. And maybe Jason, if he's watching this video, he can watch it. Look at this. This is sterling silver. Actually, it's not sterling. It's actually Russian amber, and I believe it's 8. I have it written down. Hold on. It's written down somewhere. I have it on my paper. $8.75. $8.75 stamped silver Russian amber, egg yolk amber. And look at the calla lilies on here. This is a brooch. But if you wanted to, it's got the C class. And if you could probably put a chain, if you wanted to put a chain at the top or bring it through it, you could. But look at the size of this. This is my hand. It's huge. It's completely huge. It's like OMG. And it glows. So egg yolk, but I like the swirls of this. I mean, look at that. That's something you don't find every day of the week. And that's the back. That got my blood pumping. Okay, so that's here. That is very old. Now moving on. Again. Okay, I gotta find where I'm at here. Sterling silver. Abalone. And hope everyone's having a good weekend. Or you had a good weekend. And you guys staying up with me. This is Taxco. Abalone inlay. Bangle bracelet. Okay. Now this one is a signed Navajo piece by a designer named Key Natani. Here's his signature. If you don't familiar with him, he's a very important designer in the Navajo tribe. And his name is Key, K-E-E Natani. This is heavy. Look at this cuff. Here's my can again. This weighs about 50 grams of sterling silver. It's absolutely amazing. Look at it. It's stamped on every edge of this thing. You got it on this is the top. Well, here, if you could wear it at the top or the bottom. Now, some people wear it with the cup at the top, but it's up to you. It goes all the way around. Hi, Antoinette. How are you, honey? I'm just doing a little haul video. I got so excited. Joe and I went out of town and we just got back, and I'm literally was so excited to get on here to show you guys, because my show on Tuesday, we're doing the 1 o'clock time slot, but I'm going to be only on for a shortened period of time because I have a work meeting to go to at 5 p.m. Central. So I wanted you guys to get a head start and know where I'm going to be going with this. Now, these are cute. These are Taxco. I just think they're unusual. Triangles with some little dimples in them. I thought they were cute. Unusual for Taxco. I have some sterling earrings. And I know you guys like watching this kind of thing, and I try to come on and try to be interactive. I know Tanya just got done with her show, so I was waiting for her to get done so I don't want to be rude or come on and do a haul. Found some bling, little CZ ring. Also sterling silver little disc bracelet, Rolo. This has got some weight to it. So that'll be there. Let's see. Rose quartz, opalite. Wait, that's my lip bit on my neck. Pretty. Different. I have my glass. You can have this is like I did with the labradorite I showed earlier. Kind of have a mixture of the costume or the glass with the gemstone, which I think is I like that. I think that is so cool. I like mixtures of stuff. Now I've also found some 14 karat gold and gemstone. These are stretchy bracelets. Let me show them to you. So on these, let me get them here. I have one single one that has 14 karat gold and lapis. And then I'm selling the set of 4 together as a bundle. You'll have your amethyst, garnet, peridot, citrine, and these stretch. Okay. 14 karat gold and gemstones. So those will be here. What else we have? Okay, I have a nice long jasper. You guys know I'm like my gemstones. Look at that. I try to find good things for all you guys, and I listen. I try to find what I can find. What since you guys, some of you just got here. What happened was, so I was finishing my sentence. We found this 10,000 square foot warehouse. I'm going to say it's in this really, really small town in Alabama. And we went there, and actually Joe found it online. And so when we got there, you guys, all I can tell you, I didn't take a video of the place because I didn't know. I mean, it was so overwhelming. You walk in, and when you first walk into the place, it looks like any antique mall when you walk into it. But then you go in the back of this place, and she literally has jewelry in every corner from the floor to the ceiling. So, for example, but she tries to put things in different areas. So, for example, it's color coded. So she has like her rhinestones in one spot. She'll have her, but it's all color coded. So if you're looking for a certain thing, she kind of like, oh, well, the blue's over here, and go look through this blue section. But then, but it's like she mixes the earrings with the brooches and the necklaces. So she was like, okay, well, if you find the set, then this is what I said. If I can find a set, I'm just trying to find where my head is. It was crazy. So look at this vintage cobalt blue, opalite, and glass. Hi, Linda. How are you? I know this is late, but I wanted to come on because tomorrow, you guys, I still have this whole bag. Look, this is full of jewelry in it. I still have yet to go through this. That will be my project. Hopefully I can get through tomorrow. But if not, you guys know I'm going to have this is heavy. But I'm just showing you some of the things I had already. So as I was explaining, I was going through the store, and then I was telling the lady, I said, I do YouTube. And she's like, what, what's that? I said, well, it's like, go online and do selling online. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she's like, well, I don't know much about gems. But she says, but I know some jewelry and, this or that. And I said, okay. So I said, well, I'm looking for, told her what I was looking for, like gemstones and glass and things like that. So then she goes and she's like, oh, well, then she starts pulling out trays for me. It was like personal shopping at the warehouse. Basically, that's what I was doing. So this is cool. These are actually 2 separate strands. I just have them tied together. So you can make them any way you want to do it. They're almost like long strands of beads. And then you just put them together and you wear them as a long necklace. You hook them like together. So that's kind of a cool thing. So I just wanted to come on. I've still got to go through more stuff. I did have J. King, Linda. If you look Look. Well, I have it when I put it on something. I had amber. I got some more glass beads. I have vintage glass beads already got to. I believe in this bag. Also, I'm going to pay. I have a Weiss uranium brooch in blue glass, which I'll get to that in the show. Like I said, I still got to get through most of this stuff for next week. I just wanted you guys to kind of see this. And hi, Suzanne. Nice to meet you. If you want to just send me an email, Suzanne, I pinned my email at the top of the chat. You just send us your info to jensgemsfinds@gmail.com. My show, let me come back to the camera so you can see who you're talking to. I'm always like that. And I use a mouse, so I'm a little weird with the phone and stuff. Like some people use a phone, I use a mouse. So, well, first of all, welcome, Suzanne. My name's Jen, and I have my shows usually once a week, Tuesdays, usually on Tuesday afternoons. And this week it's going to be Tuesday afternoon, still at 1 o'clock, but it's going to be a shortened show because I have another meeting to go to for my other job at 5 o'clock Central. So it's going to be a short show this week, guys. We'll see. It's, their schedule. We might do a Thursday. I haven't even talked to Joe about it. If not, just always know, look, I still got to work on getting through this bag. So over the course of the next, if I don't get to all this before tomorrow night, before Tuesday, it is going to have more stuff there. Okay. I did a whole tray of amber for those of you who came in a little fashionably when you got here. Look at this. That is going to be the tray. I had the Kendra Scott down here. I just did the tray. Here's that. Again, since Linda showed them and some other people, look. This is just a little preview if you can see all this. J. King cuff, vintage beads, wedding cake beads. I have that one, and I also have a long one. And there's more to come. I have red coral J. King. People ask me for it. This lady had, I swear to God, you guys, all I can tell you is my brain was fried by 3 hours of going in because and this is the other thing. Look at this. Labradorite and AB. I have like I said, I have to get working on the rest of it. But I just wanted to come on here because I know the last time I did my preview literally at 8 o'clock last week on Monday night. Some people didn't get to see it before the Tuesday show. And so they're kind of like, oh, I wish I could have saw the stuff. I was like, okay, well, I'll try to do Sundays, the 2-day stuff. So all I can say is that it was fun. I mean, it was very overwhelming. The lady had literally things that lined up in little sections, almost like if you took portions of your house and for example, you run in your bedroom, and she had things kind of in little areas. So from head to toe. So for example, she would have for example, Sarah Coventry. Okay. If you got all the chains and all the pins and all the earrings, I mean, literally within 3 feet. I mean, it was okay, this is over. What am I looking? And she's like, oh, what if you find the matching stuff? And I said, ma'am, I'm lucky if I find where my shoes are. It was crazy. I said, I can't even know what I was doing, but I did know when I was going through, she had most of the necklaces hung across the board like this. So I was going by color. So I'm like, okay. So you guys know I'm liking the coral fix, right? The coral and abalone fix, which I have some in the bag, and there's some abalone in there. I was literally just hunting, and I found some beggars beads. Some people are asking me for the big long agate beads. Found one. Sorry about I hurt my thumb. But yeah, I found that. And then literally going through the sections and finding oh my gosh. And Joe was and he was very helpful too. I mean, he's like, Jenny, what's this? What's this? And he was pulling things for me because I was trying to move along, but it was I had to focus on what I was doing. So you guys just always know that I found a place now I can go back to for probably some things. I don't know. It's going to take me a long time to get there, but as far as me going to go back to find more, we'll see what we can find. I mean, it's just more that, this is just a representation of what I've in a little bit, and I still got more to show you. So with that being said, I just wanted to come on, say hi. Let me just make sure I got everybody. Corvus, hello. Monica, hello. Antoinette, Roberta, Suzanne. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And I always tell all my viewers too that if you're not subscribed, please do so. And then also check your settings on your subscription with YouTube, because I've had people say, hey, Jenny, I'm not getting my notifications. What's going on? And I said, well, have you checked somehow the automated system that does that sometimes resets itself. So you might have been subscribed a long time ago, and then all of a sudden, or say I want to be notified, and then somehow it just switched off. So you might want to just check your settings. Um, but let's see. Linda, hello. I did find, and also I have some things coming in. Um, I found just Linda, I know you collect the pins, so I've got a couple. I did find a couple cat pins, and as well as I got a Taxco pin coming in as well. So I am working on some things for you guys. I mean, I'm hard trying to do everything. It's hard when you're, you guys know I've worked, for those of you who are new, I work full time at our local hospital here in the emergency room. So between that and then my time off, if like I said, my husband and I just went away for the weekend. We made a week out of it. It was nice for us. We went out of town and we went to this place, and it was like me walking into like a kid in the candy store. I mean, you guys hear the stories. I just didn't want to film there because I didn't know how their policy was, and I didn't want to just do that. But the lovely lady, it's funny, her name is Jewel, and it's actually, what's your name, ma'am? And she says, oh, my name's Jewel. And I said, oh, okay. Well, I'm Jen, and so we're talking about gems and gems and jewelry with Jewel. Basically, it was interesting. So she was bringing out things to me. She's like, oh, do you like this? And I said, well, yeah. And then she brought out, like, for example, the wedding cake beads, and she says, oh, okay, well, I have people looking for this, or, and I said, but I don't know the first thing about gemstones. And she says, well, just show me. And that's where I was kind of showing her. She's like, I think that this is amber. And then it ended up being, it wasn't amber. It was like, she's like, I think it's amber. And I said, no, it's not amber, ma'am. It's carnelian. And she's like, oh, okay. And she's like, when did you go to school? And we're just heading up a nice conversation. So it's nice to meet people out in public. And because of that, she also decided to bring over her hidden trays per se to me. She's like, well, if you want these, I have this, but for you, I'll, give you a good deal. I said, okay, cool. So my viewers will get the good deals. And so you, so she knows kind of excited to do it when you go out to these places. So, oh, good. Thanks. Thank you. Oh, good. I'm so glad everybody's liking their stuff. That makes me feel good. I heard from Adriel earlier that she wore her things to the mall today, and people were complimenting me on my jewelry that she was wearing. So if you guys do that, please, please, please share my channel with everybody that you know. We want to grow. I don't even know where I'm at for subscribers. I think the last time I checked was 570. I want to get to 1,000 hopefully soon, but I'm happy one by one. Each of you have a special place in my heart. You guys know that. But it gives me, your passion and your feedback gives me the power to go out and find these wonderful pieces for you, just like I'm sure a lot of the sellers tell you. But without you guys, we couldn't do what we're doing. And with me in particular, when I find the time to do it, like I said, we made a weekend out of it. We had a good time, and now I have to do the work to come back. So that's why I wanted to, when I go on to the other chats, it's not like I'm not trying to say hi to all of you in the chats. I literally am like getting ready with all this cleaning jewelry and checking and silver testing and stuff. So that's why, it's not like I'm not trying to be, too chatty, or sometimes I can be, but so when you don't hear me chatting in the chats, that's the reason why I'm doing stuff behind the scenes right here. So, but anyway, so yeah, so you guys, there's more in here. There's more J. King in here. I just haven't got it all out yet. There's malachite beggar's beads. I have Taxco in here. I found a Nikki Butler cross in here. Gold, garnets, and yeah, there's a little bit of everything in this bag. So I have to get through it all. I just want to give you a heads up what's here, and I will be working on it. And if we don't get it to Tuesday, I'm not gonna, I'll do my best to get as much as I can, but just want to give you a heads up. So 1:00 Central Time on Tuesday. It probably will be a shortened show because, as I said, for those of you who aren't aware, I have a work meeting at 5:00 Central, so I have to get over there for that. So we'll see how it goes. I just want to give you an idea of what we have. How big is the cuff? You want you talk about the J. King, honey? I know you're going to ask me. Let me see. I'll put it. You want me to put it on the cuff? This is what I got. Yeah, I do all my notes. I just don't. Let's see. It has an inside diameter, Linda. It's malleable a little bit. So you need it to be what? 7.5? I mean, I'm going to put on the cone. I don't know. The cone really going to tell you much. That's where it is right now. A 7.5. But you have it can open a little bit. The inside, if I measure it right now, what's there is about a, here, let me show you. You guys like how I do my measuring online, so or on the camera. I think it's about 2.5. A little over 2 and I'm gonna say it's like 2 5/8. And I'm gonna be perfectly frank with you, okay? I found this. I knew what it was because J. King, in his early days of making jewelry, he put a lot of extra effort into the design of things. He also has like a line he calls his gallery pieces. And this is one of his gallery pieces, like his higher end line. If you watch a lot of his newer stuff now, you will find on his beads, especially, he does slices of things, like slices of like here, let me just take it. I'm gonna take this. Like this is Jasper. Like his older pieces, of course, this isn't J. King, okay? But you will find with his older pieces that he'll take a bead and he'll like take larger pieces of gemstone, right? Now he's lucky if he slices his beads in little slivers or nuggets. He uses a lot of nuggets in his jewelry now. So that's all has to do with what he finds, right? So all his finds. So this is something that he took a lot of labor intensive to do. And you have the turquoise, the spiny, almost a sponge coral, and then sugilite. But if you look right here, it has a little, just that little piece that's missing. I don't know if it was missing, but if you're wearing this, nobody's going to know. Here, let me put on my wrist. Hi, Linda. How are you, honey? Yes, I came on after Tanya did, just to do a preview. I mean, if somebody's looking at your wrist, we're going to look at, but I'm also reflecting that in the price. If you go online and go Google this right now, you're going to find prices from about $350 to $650 on this. I am not going to be at $350 or to $650 on this cuff. Okay. So, because that's the way I roll, right? You guys know I try to, sorry, it's my camera has a thing about finding things in the background versus finding the things I wanted to find. Here, let me zoom in. I'm sorry about my Band-Aid. There you go. See, it's just missing that one little section. I don't know, got a little boo-boo. All right, turn it that way. You guys can maybe see it. But again, I've got this magnified. You'd have to really know it's there. But it is stamped DTR. I gave it a little polish. Just a little. There's some still oxidation on here. Some people like it like that. So I didn't want to go too shiny with it. But it's here. But it is a phenomenal bracelet. You guys know. Google image it if you don't know where that is. Let me show you real quick since you guys came in. This will also be, look, amber. Take your pick of amber. I've got amber in here, which is Charles Albert. There's some Lori Bond, things like that. So, yeah. And like I said, I'm going to work on this bag. There's more to come. Hopefully that answered your question, Linda. So it would fit you. I think it fits you because this is malleable. This is malleable. You just have to be careful this top section, but this one will open up a little bit. Okay. See, I can move it a little bit. It's not thick. It has, silver, but it is malleable. Okay. Hi, Leonore. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Linda C. I call her my third mama because she always makes sure I'm putting on my jewelry when I take off. But yeah, so this place was amazing. All I can tell you is that we'll be back. We'll definitely be back. We made her presence known for sure. We gave her a business card and everything. So, um, the lady was real cool. She was really sweet. And she's like, "Oh, if there's anything you need, you just come to Mama Jewel." I said, "Okay, Mama Jewel, where would I find this, Mama Jewel?" And she's like, "Okay, well, hold on. That's in this room. You have to go over here." I said, "Oh, okay," because I need like a directory. This place is like literally filled with necklaces and earrings, and I'm sure that she has her own system in in her head, like how she has it organized. I was just going by color, and I knew in the back of my head if we're going down the line and we're starting with blue to green to whatever, and we're looking at turquoise or this or that, so I kind of was looking for gemstone, but I also know that you guys want glass, so I was kind of like, okay, I got both this, and then I was just trying to keep my head in one position. So but anyway, hopefully you guys will be here on Tuesday. Thanks for the thumbs up. I like to do these lives, and I like to get you guys to know me a little bit, my personality, and also get to talk to you guys. So um it's a store. It's actually like a when you walk into it, it's like an antique mall. When you walk into the place, it looks like a mall. That's what they call it. And then, but in the back, we talked to the lady, and she said apparently she had a place here where I live, and she shut down the place here and she moved to Alabama. For what reason, I don't know. But she moved her stuff from here to Alabama, and she's got all this jewelry. And so I said, "Is this?" She's like, "And this is all yours?" I said, "Where'd you find all this jewelry?" So, "Oh, this is just stuff I picked up over the years." I mean, you guys have to know it's like tons. It's like going through racks. Like think of clothing racks in a store. That's how dense this stuff is. I'm literally going through racks like this, trying to like stacked up deep, like this deep. There's full of this. And I'm literally, it's like, oh, okay. So I'm just, but touching it, you guys know gemstones are typically cold, right? So I'm going through and I'm like, okay, what's in here? What's in here? And I'm finding things. And then I finally found it. So it's one of those things that takes time, but if you're willing to look and search, you will find some good stuff. So I'm really happy we found this place. No selling tonight. No joke. No. So I just can't, what I do is I do these live preview hauls. So, that way you guys get an idea of like, how the other sellers kind of do a video. I just do mine live because I can talk to you guys and get a feedback of what you guys like. And that way it's more personal. Well, that's just my thing. I know some other sellers just do a quick 20-minute video and they're done. I just usually come on because I just like to chat. So that's what I do. So no selling tonight, but you guys can always send me an email. Some of the things that I've already shown you tonight, I have priced already. Some things, of course, I haven't even got to yet, like I said in the back. So there's more to come. You can always send me an email, and we'll chat about it. I think though on this week, because there's so much here and I'm doing this live, I might wait to pre-sell till I might not do any pre-selling just because I don't have the whole complete lot done yet. So as far as getting through everything, and it's only fair, I think, to some other people, because I think what happened was last week I did the video so late, which I did it on Monday night for the Tuesday show, that people were getting confused, like, oh, you just put it on last night and I didn't have a chance to look at it, and I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So I think what I'm going to do for this week, at least let me get through this, but I'll give you I can send you prices if you guys, but I might wait till the show to actually sell it, if that makes sense to you guys. Okay. Well, I don't want to tease you, Joe, but I mean, but I don't like to say that because it's just more of you get an idea and you can see it live too. Because sometimes when I go through the shows, if you aren't tuned in right at that time, some people, and like I've told you before, because I do afternoon time slots, sometimes where people are actually working. So they'll watch the video later, and that's when they'll say, hey, Jenny, I saw this timestamp at blah, 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 and this, do you still have it? And they weren't able to tune in at the time of the show, which is kind of, every seller's got their reasons for how they do things. But yeah, that's why, you can always ask me, maybe I'll change my mind about it. But if I've got more than one, let's say if I have two people asking me about an item, I think it's only fair that I hold that item till the show itself, because that way that everybody has a chance to look at it. And that's the way that everybody knows I'm going to be on at a certain time. But, to know, like, for example, like this piece here, like this thing, I will not pre-sell. I'm waiting to the show because I think that this is phenomenal. This is something that you guys will see on this video, or people who watch this video and say, "Oh my God, look at that egg yolk amber, that Russian egg yolk 875 silver amber brooch, 1920s, 1930s." And look at this. I mean, look how thick this thing is. It's amazing. So, I mean, I'm not going to say, oh, first person who tells me, oh, I want that. Well, I mean, I'll tell you when I'm going to start the bidding at, maybe on an email, and say, hey, I've got a price for this, and this is what it's going to be. But I think that, for how that works, that might be a little confusing for people. So, but I'll give you the information. But I think what I might do is just wait till the show. Well, because I'm getting people that tell me different things, and it's hard to tell me all that. So I live in the Panhandle of Florida, Suzanne. So if you're familiar with the state of Florida, looks like it has a panhandle and it goes down. I live up in the Panhandle portion near the border of Alabama. So place near, if you look on a map, it's called the Emerald Coast because our sands are white here and the ocean or the Gulf of Mexico is green. So they call it the Emerald Coast near Destin, Florida. That's where I live. So yeah, my it's hard because my work schedules changes, but typically they give me usually Tuesdays and Thursdays off, but it can change depending upon, the availability. We get some new hires and this or that, and they usually give me Tuesdays or Thursdays off. So it seems to work, but some weeks are different. So that's why I always say, if you guys subscribe to the channel, make sure you get it on the notifications, because I do these kind of things sporadically about knowing when I'm going to go on, and that way you guys get an idea of what will be here. So you're in Arizona, Suzanne. Okay. But yeah, that way you guys can see it, and it should be fun. Like I said, I have some really cool things. Like I said, I was really happy to find the Navajo piece I showed earlier, this designer signed Navajo cuff, as well as the J. King cuff, the amber. And like I said, there's more to come in this bag. I have to go through it. I'm wiped right now. I've been doing this since we got home at 3 o'clock today. So I've 7 hours of sitting at this desk. I gotta go to bed. But I appreciate all of you guys for coming on tonight. Again, don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up for me. There's 10 of you guys here, which I appreciate each one of you being here, of course. And I'm glad everybody's enjoying their jewelry from me. That makes me feel so loved and appreciated. And I'll tell my husband as well. He does all the invoicing and the shipping, guys. So if it's nicely packaged and shipped quickly, you know that my husband does his job well. So, Picasso, it's always nice seeing you. Suzanne, Leonore, Linda, Monica, Joe, Roberta was here. Corvus was here. And yes, I'll see you guys on Tuesday. And yeah, and I will say hi to Joe for you guys. He was very much a big help this week with this weekend and trying to help me, because he kept me kind of saying, okay, Jenny, we got to keep going. I mean, I literally was going this building. I'm trying to go through things. He's like, come on, Jenny, come on. I'm like, but I'm lining really. And he's like, come on. So I know there's more to go to. It's just more of the things like I didn't even get to, like, most of the things I bought you guys are necklaces. I'll be honest, because that was my focus. I bought necklaces this time. I did buy a few brooches, but I couldn't, there were so many. I'm like, I couldn't even figure out earrings. I mean, I'm like, can you imagine? I mean, just trying to imagine between necklaces and trying to find earrings to go with them. I'm like, some of the things she has as sets, which is cool for me, because I'm like, you had it all matched up. It was really cool. But some things she's like, well, you might find it over there. You might find it over here. And I said, oh, okay, well, we'll come back to do that another day. So yeah, it was really fun. It was fun. And I'm glad that you guys enjoy when I come on and talk to you guys. It makes me feel good. And I know I've been doing this for about almost an hour. So but yeah, I hope all you guys had a great weekend. We did. I was tiring, but we're excited though. I mean, we left knowing that you guys are going to be really stoked about the things that what we found. And yeah, and then you guys haven't, like I said, if you guys see my set, I still got things behind here that, I mean, I always forget to bring up on my bus back here, like the Crown Trifari and the Plate de Jour back there. I've got, signed Nina Ricci's over there. I mean, I have things here that I just feel like I get so much more that I have to keep reminding myself like some of the new people haven't even seen the stuff that I have. So hopefully maybe one of the days I will come on maybe in the afternoon when I'm off, when I'm not doing a show, and maybe I'll do a pan and rep what's behind me or where it's in the boxes and stuff, and we'll go from there. So yeah. So thanks, Linda. You're so sweet. Doesn't he do a good job? I think he does. I think he does an awesome job. My husband is the brains behind this more than I'm just the person that you guys talk to about gemology and having telling. I'll tell stories and stuff like that, but he's the brain about how to invoice and stuff with things like that. So I love my husband very much. So he's my right hand. My right hand assistant. Somebody called me. You need to pay your assistant more. I said because somebody didn't know he was my husband last show. It was kind of funny. Who's your assistant? I said that's my husband. I said oh, so that's his new nickname, the assistant. I'm like no, I don't think I can call you my assistant. So I said no, he's the co-owner, so he helps me out. So he's my right hand guy. I should have my own jewelry store, Linda. Yeah, it's funny though. You guys know me well enough, but I try to where I work too. I think that I always make sure that nurses and people, actually anybody in general, but I think especially nurses get a lot of pressure to do a lot of work in that hospital. So I always try to come in with a smile on my face and say, "Hey, how's you doing?" And this we try to talk about something else besides, you know, why they're there. And so it's kind of a hard thing, but they always say, Jenny, you try to bring positivity. I think that's another thing I think you need to do in life. You need to bring positivity to the world. But that's what I try to do with jewelry. So you guys know I try to bring you some really cool stuff, things you don't see. And there's other people in the YouTube community that they have their own niche, and I try to do what I feel is good for you guys. So and I find you guys deals, and I go from glass to gemstones to things in between. So um, yeah, yeah. We're still 3 years been married. Yep. Oh, and the only thing is, for those of you too, I mean, since you just mentioned something, Joe, and I know that's not your real, that's her husband's name, but I forgot her real name. But anyway, speaking of gold, if you guys are new to my channel, I typically don't bring out gold every show, but I will tell you how I do it as far as pricing is concerned. I do things a little bit differently than maybe some other people do. Basically, how I do it when I get to gold jewelry, unless it's signed, that's a whole different avenue. If a piece of gold is signed, that's a whole different avenue. But if it's 14 karat, 10 karat, so be it, unless it's, some unique piece. If it's a pair of gold hoop earrings, what I do with it is I put it on a scale, I weigh it, I go to the gold pricing of that day, which I'll tell you exactly what website I go to is goldscrapcalculator.com. You put it on a scale, I weigh it, and I tell you that's what it is. That's at that day. And then I add a few bucks in for my shipping, or not my shipping, my gas and my time, and you guys get deals. That's how I do my gold. There's no easy, simple stuff. Okay. So you guys know that I do have gold here, but I guess there's going to be some, I have pieces up to, like I have a Levian ring. Okay. I mean, I haven't brought it out in a while, but I have a $2,000 Levian ring. It's a pink sapphire and diamond ring that I have for sale. You can go on YouTube on Google or eBay and to find the same exact ring. I think it's a $2,200 retail ring that somebody's asking for it. I'm selling mine for $800. Why? Because that's what I do. But that's probably the highest priced item I have right now in my inventory. But I'm just telling you, I have it. So if anybody's interested in it, I had a lady ask about it, but she's like, if it was my size, because I needed to go to like a 9 or something from a 6 or something like that. And she says, oh, well, and then she was worried about the shank and all that. And I said, I gotcha. It's 2 up, 2 down, typically in sizing when you size a ring, unless it had channel set stone. So we usually did 1 and 1 up. So anyway, but yeah, that's how it works. And then you guys know I write my information down on little stickies for you. If you ever had a question about an item, I will certainly give it to you. Weight, millimeter sizes of stones, things like that. You guys know I do all that for you. So yeah, I'm here to help. So no problem. Hi, Rosa. Hi, Rosa. Good seeing you. I'm going to tell you, Rosa, since you came in a little late. Nobody comes in late. I should say that. Let me back up. You guys come when you can get here. What's the best thing. I had Amber tonight, just a preview. I'm gonna give you, look, this will be coming Tuesday. So also what's in here is a J. King Bengal. I've got Kendra Scott down here. I also have Coral. And Rosa, I know you like, look, I have a K Natani. She likes a lot of Southwest jewelry, so I'm just showing her. Look, K Natani, 50-gram cuff. That will be for sale. Okay. I've got more in this bag. Look, I still have to go through all this. So thank you. Have a nice day. Yeah, I gotta go do over. Yeah, there are all these little bags of things that are in here. I have to do my homework and do my diligence. You guys know how I do it. Get things sorted and cleaned a little bit up so I can show you. Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. And then Rosa, this is the, look. This is 875 Russian amber, egg yolk amber. The calla lilies, this is a brooch. It glows. I'll show you it, but it has a C clasp, probably from the 20s or 30s. That'd be my guess. But look how thick this, look at that. This is profile. Let me put on my hand. Where's my light here? Look. It glows. Sorry with my ring lights, but this measures approximately, just to give you an idea, here's a ruler. Or my tape measure, I should say. Look, I don't want to drop it. I'm more concerned about dropping it. Look. About 3 inches. Now it has a C clasp. It doesn't have it like, but you can only put a chain if you want to put it through a chain, through that little loop at the top, or you could get one of those like pin. They make these little pin. You guys ever see those little pin? What are they converters? I probably would have a jeweler though put a bail on here. They could do that. They could put a bail on there if you wanted to, or just, you know. But isn't this amazing? I mean, look at the swirls and look at the, I don't know. I couldn't get this in my hand fast enough to take home. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, look at that. I mean, oh my God. Anyway, that will be for sale. This is the other one. Look at the other. Now this one is a signed one. It's missing a little dangle. This is signed EB. But some people, I didn't notice it was missing. Quite honestly, I was just, look outside. Look at this amber. Look how big it is. It's 18, excuse me. Yeah, it's vermeil. It has a gold plating to it. It is signed on the back. EB 925. This is amethyst, and you've got pink tourmaline and amethyst, and then this is a pearl. So I don't have an 18 karat, I don't have a sterling silver vermeil chain. So I found a gold plated one that you guys will get just thrown in, just so you can wear it. You know, you're going to get it no matter what. I just put it in there. So some people might say, oh, because it's missing something. I don't know. But some people might say, oh, you know, if you have an earring at home, you can put another gemstone there. You can leave it the way it is, or so be it. But this is the piece de resistance. Look how big this thing is. If I can get this focused. Look, it's got a bevel. Look at that thing. Look how thick it is. So I was just like, I give them that. And then if that's not, I give the Charles Albert signed sterling silver and citrine earrings. Charles Albert. Those are signed. Those you can read. But yeah, that's just a tray of amber. Okay. So again, I'm going to have lots of stuff on Tuesday. Let me let you guys go for the night and go to bed. You can think about all that amber and all the all the dreams about everything. I'm going to have a whole bunch of stuff. So, but yeah, it's fun. I love doing what I do. I know it's a lot of work, and I appreciate all the support you guys give me. It is hard working full time and doing this. I'll be honest, it's hard. And I mean, Lily come home. My husband's very helpful and getting things done with the household and stuff like that. So it makes me strive to find more things for you guys. The more exciting I get, the more excited I hopefully that passes on to you guys. I will certainly try my best to find what you guys are looking for. You guys know that about me. And then when I was in a situation like I was this weekend and I had pretty much the pick of what I was going through, it was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't fit things passed up to the front desk the whole to keep going. It was just crazy. I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to keep going. But it means a lot. And we'll see you guys Tuesday. Don't forget to subscribe. I have you on, you guys. I see that you guys have registered or subscribed, but you haven't submitted your information. So let's do this right away. You guys see my information at the top of the chat. I'll put it here. I'll type it in again. What you want to do, if you haven't done this yet, you want to send me your information. I'll put it in prior to auction. So basically prior to the auction, just to make sure I spelled it right. Okay. So send prior info prior to auction to jensgemsfinds@gmail.com. What you're looking for is your name, your YouTube name, your complete mailing address, which includes building numbers, apartment numbers, unit numbers, whatever your extra building, apartment, wherever place you live in that gets to your door. That's what I need to know. And then we like to have your phone number in case there's a problem with shipping. That's the only reason we ask for that. You know, some people choose not to, that's fine, but we like to. It's up to you. Give me your cell versus this, whatever. And your PayPal information. Okay. So you guys know how we do it. We will have a show on Tuesday. And then my husband and I typically will invoice you within 24 hours of that being over, so people can watch the replay of the show that evening and then let us know if there's something else you want to add to the order. We will get those things as soon as you guys pay your PayPal invoice. We ship those things out as quick as we can. And I see a lot that you guys have just shown me, which tells me that you guys get your stuff quickly. You're showing your items off to people, which makes me feel so good. You're telling everything that you're proudly wearing it, which I've got photos. I just want to let you know, Suni, if you're watching, I got your emails. I love the fact that you're showing me all your beautiful jewelry. For all the rest of you, if you guys want to send me a photograph via an email, picture, quick email, I love seeing it. I love seeing happy people and hearing about happy people. That makes me feel better as I keep doing this. So thank you, Linda. It makes a lot, making people like you happy. Hopefully when if you got your necklace yet, when you get yours, you're going to be happy when you get it. Okay. So Rosa, it's good to see you. I will have a lot, like I said, I don't know if Rosa, if you watched a couple shows ago, I have some, oh wait, since you're here, hold on. Hold on. Here, Rosa, where this is something. Look. I still have these. The Kelvin Begay bear inlay. And I also have the Kelvin Begay turtle. Still here. And then this is the Plique de Jour signature 1960s Crown Trifari piece. I just happen to have it on this. So they're still here. I just thought, I know you like these kind of unusual Native American pieces. I still have them here. So I just thought I'd let you, okay, you did see them. Okay, great. Okay. I didn't know if you saw them or not, but I thought I'd bring it out since you were here. I wasn't sure. So, but anyway, we will get to all that later on. And, you guys have a good evening. And, it's been wonderful seeing and chatting with all of you. And, I think he does. I mean, if we sent you something, I'm assuming, yes, we have your information. What I'm trying to get you guys to do is make sure you're linked to the notification bell, which is the bell icon, right? The bell icon at the top of the chat for you to get notifications. Sometimes people who are, they subscribe and they send the info, but they don't hit the bell icon for notifications. And it has to do with your settings that you have with YouTube. So sometimes people do that and they get notifications for sellers, but sometimes they don't. And sometimes it's picking, it defaults to certain things, or your option menu on your subscription list can be modified. I don't know if YouTube does that, or if you guys have to redo it every so often. I don't know, but needless to say, just check your um, option settings for all notifications, not just some, but all notifications for all your YouTube sellers. That way, you get notifications when for everything that they're just posting a video, they're going live, they're doing whatever they're doing, because that's the way that everybody gets to see it versus just saying, oh, if you hit live, if you go to YouTube and say who's on right now live, and now that's what happened with some of you guys here. You say, oh, Jenny's on. Oh, I didn't know she was on. So but hopefully you got notified that I was on. That's what we're looking for here. So that way, when I do things like this late night or at a time that you're gotten used to, you know that I'm on talking to you guys about things, and we go from there. So um, yeah, so just check with you and just check with your settings on everything. That goes with not just me, but everybody else who you've got for your saved sellers and things. That way, and I know some others, I'll be honest, I'm not one to put a lot of content out, like a lot of videos like some other people do. So you probably will get notifications about some other people versus me sometimes. So I think when I hit 1,000 subscribers, that's why we're trying to get as many subscribers, that things will change a little bit in that fashion. I think the more ready that you guys will be able to see my content more than when you're seeing right now. But until then, we just got to get more subscribers and more that you guys get, all your friends and family to start watching me a little bit, and then we start moving our way up the ladder. So, but on the way, we're still going to have fun. I'm still going to do giveaways. We're still going to do the things we do. And yeah, and so don't forget to have fun while we're doing it along the way. That's what I try to say. Pay it forward, have fun along the way. Life is short, and why not to make it more complicated? So that's pretty much it. Jenny's a very simple person. I kind of get right to the point. Let's just have fun, and I'll try to explain things as we go. So, but yeah, okay. So with that being said, I've been talking for over an hour. I got to get going and go to bed. And you guys have a wonderful evening. And we'll get to all this beautiful jewelry come Tuesday. Again, it's probably going to be a shorter show than what I'm used to because I have a meeting. So it will probably be about a 2.5-hour show. We'll see if I can do a lot of talking in 2.5 hours. I know I can. I'm ready to talk in here for an hour. So just what I would do though, if there's something you saw what I showed tonight, I'll definitely try to get to the things I show for sure. That's what I highlight. That's what I try to get to. Again, I will try to get a couple more things out of this bag to show you guys some other things in here. But I might save them for next week, because I'm not gonna, maybe I'm probably not gonna finish this bag before Tuesday. So, but we'll see. And that's why you guys tune in to see what I have, right? So thanks so much. I appreciate it. You guys take care of yourselves and each other, and you guys have a good night. Take care.